What's up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video on the journey to legend ranking. Your boy has managed to hit expert rank, did it recently on stream, so we're going to be going through some of my battles. These were in the Holiday Cup, and I'm running a pretty meta team for Holiday Cup. Froslass, Vigoroth, Obstagoon, double counter team. I like the versatility of these Pokemon. And yeah, we're going to get into it. A nice lead here against Altaria. But you're going to think I'm crazy. This opponent is staying in, which means this is already game over if they are double weak to Froslass. But I actually don't like Altaria leads with this team because they always end up having double Froslass answers, usually a Talonflame. And Talonflame is just so difficult to deal with for this team. So, plus, if they swap in, like, Graveler, for example, you kind of have to commit a shield and respect the Stone Edge if you're Vigoroth or Obstagoon. So, then going down a shield, suddenly the Altaria farms you down, and it's just, I actually don't like Altaria leads, to be honest, with this team. But all that said, this opponent is staying in the lead, which is pretty crazy. So this already, like, this is game. This is a game. After a few seconds, you realize it's in the bag. Because I'm going to be able to farm this thing all the way down. Come out with all this energy. What's going to come in? Do they have any Frost answer? Their own Frost against a loaded Frost? What on earth? I get the shield. And I just go for this next one right away. Like, if he caught the Shadow Ball, so be it. But I just go straight for it. And yeah, this is game over. So Froslass sweeps the entire team. PSA, if you guys don't have Froslass coverage on your team, you should probably have Froslass coverage. Granted, it's one of the more popular Pokemon in the meta. Those types of games don't happen too often, but perhaps the opponent was just like, I do that sometimes too. I just maybe think of a team like, oh, this looks good, let's try this. And then you realize, oh crap, I'm triple weak to Froslass. All right, another good lead here. This is a much better lead in my opinion, because not only is it positive for Frost, but my backline is avoiding it. My Obstagoon is avoiding the counter user. Land the Avalanche. Gonna respect the Bulldoze, because if I shield the Bulldoze, I can completely farm this down. He does bait me. Very nicely done. But now he's just going straight for Body Slam. He should have committed there, because I think he would have reached another Bulldoze. But he got scared, and this allows me to Powder Snow down. In comes Licky. And I'm figuring I might need my Froslass for something in back. So I'm actually going to store an Avalanche and swap Vig, and I lure out the Altaria. And this is perfect. This is already game over because I can just chip this thing with Vig, and then Froslass can close out the Altaria, and then I'm still going to have a fully healthy Goon for the Lickitung. But if I had stayed in with Frost against Licky, and he had, say, both shields for Altaria, I could have potentially lost this game. Might have still been able to do it. I mean, Vig and Goon up a shield. Might have been able to still beat Altaria with 2 shields. But yeah, just going to throw this Avalanche right away. Try and either take out the ult or get the last shield. I get the last shield, swap Goon, and this is game over. I can take at least 2 body slams. Probably could have just countered down double Night Slash, so. G to the G. Pretty favorable leads in our first 2 games. Let's see if that continues. On to the next one. Right on the cusp of Expert A9. So Charm A9 is probably the worst lead to see with this team, because your only answer really is Vigoroth, and that's like a neutral answer. If they shield the Shadow Ball, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of screwed, because now you have to switch out. Otherwise, you get farmed down. And obviously the Obstagoon in back does not want to see a Charmer. So we're in a pretty tough situation here, but let's see if we can make something happen. Make a little magic happen. Vig spamming away with his body slams like he's in the WWE. I'm hoping I can live this and get to a body slam. But no, Sky Attack does too much. Gonna go for a Powder Snow down. Get it? That's big. Really hoping... Oh, Tal comes in. Okay. Is this game over? I'm not sure. I go for the cross chop here. Yeah, I just don't see this happening. So I'm going to need to throw another move. I do get it off. If Goon can somehow get the Talonflame into Avalanche range and Frost reaches an Avalanche, I'm figuring that's the only win con. But yeah, I was thinking... Oh, and I don't even live that Incinerate. Yeah, I was thinking after the Flame Charge, there was no way my Froslass would live and Incinerate, so that's why I elected to shield the Goon. But it just wasn't happening. So yeah, Talonflame in the back, terrible. A9 in the lead, pretty terrible. But we pick up a good lead again. And in comes Whack, so we swap in Obstagoon. I think he snuck in a Fire Spin there, an invisible one. And here I'm debating if I think he's running Fire Blast. I shield at the last second, and it is a Fire Blast, so a big call there. Totally would have flipped switch advantage if I had let that go. And it's not worth swapping out here, in my opinion, since I have the Frost on Altaria. Especially if I can get to one more Night Slash, that'd be amazing, but I don't think I will. But Goon doing some really nice chip damage here. Doesn't quite get there. And I know Frost is still so healthy, it can take a move. Let Leo in back. Game over. So this game might have seemed like hard counter city, but it was really just, it kind of was, but it was just a matter of keeping switch, right? Like if I don't shield that Fire Blast, I lose this game. Because then he has Altaria on Vig and Leo on Frost, and Leo just shreds through Frost. So, yeah, this game, although it seemed pretty hard counter city, it really came down to that one decision of shielding or not shielding the Fire Blast. And if I don't shield the Fire Blast, I lose. If I shield a Bone Club, I'm in a worse situation, but at least I still have a chance. So shielding was actually the safer play, in my opinion. Not shielding would have been really risky. We're on to the next one. I think that was 3 wins, so that clinches Expert pretty much. Let's see if we can go for a 4-1. Cap it off with a bang. Tough lead for us. So we swap in Vig. Vig has a pretty neutral matchup here. He doesn't bother building up to Fire Blast, so I know this is just a Bone Club. Gonna get off a Bulldoze here. I'm kind of hoping he lets it through, but he shields. Smart play. Because Marowak in the lead's pretty tough. Probably should have thrown the Body Slam just in case my opponent wasn't keeping track of their counts. In comes Greedent, okay. So this is interesting. I'm hoping maybe I can get a big farm and save some Night Slash energy for later. But I really don't want to switch, because if I switch and I take out the Greedent, then I'm still switch locked against the Marowak. I decided to throw the Cross Chop rather than get greedy, farming down and taking another Body Slam. I'm getting ready to swap here, depending on what comes in. It's a Wigglytuff. Oh man. Big Wiggles. The Wigmeister. And I don't think, based off this damage, I'm going to get to a second Avalanche. Oh, I will. I'll actually get to the Shadow Ball, but a very smart play by the opponent to throw the Bone Club. This forces me to commit a shield. I'm going to get off the Shadow Ball, but smartly he lets it go. Oh, he doesn't have any shields. What am I talking about? And then the Goon, just not quite enough energy and a little bit too low. And I'm going to end up losing with the shield. So I think the only way I would have won this game is if I had farmed up more against the Greedent and shielded the Body Slam. Maybe I could have got the 2 cross chops there against Wiggly. So I think that's the only way I win that game, if I just made a little bit of a different decision there. And in this Holiday Cup meta, you always have to think about Charmers in the back because a lot of people are running double Charm. And yeah, and I mean, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? Like, double Charm is a super strong team, and there's going to be a lot of games that your opponents just physically can't win because of that team. So I think it's important that you come with a team prepared for double Charm. And although I like this double counter team because of its versatility, it is pretty weak against double Charm. Especially A9, because A9 is good against Frost and Goon. If it's like Wigglytuff is fine because Vig can handle it, Frost can handle it. Frost can at least get both shields from it. And Vig does well against most of the Charmers, especially the ones that take neutral to counter, because it just so significantly outpaces them. But obviously Goon in the back going to really struggle against the Charmers. And Frost is squishy, so Charmers can just 2-shield their way through Frost if they want to. But all that said, it's a fun team, double counter team. Can try it out if you want, but like we talked about in this video, does have some weaknesses like Talonflame and Charm. But let's see if we can catch Kyurem. We're struggling to catch the Kyurem. I promise we get him eventually. Okay, not that time. Come on, Chris. You got this. Excellent throw. And we catch the Kyurem. Check the IVs and let's see. I'm just waiting to see if I've got the hidden expert at the end here. Claim the rewards. Boom. Expert ranking on our legend push. As we continue this season, I get some pants. Very nice. Could always use an extra pair of pants. And probably won't be wearing those leather pants. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. All comments help the YouTube algorithm. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.